All right, gentlemen, and I say gentlemen because it was all gentlemen there last night when we talked about this. Snow day, bummer for me because I don't have any classes on Tuesday and now I got a shovel. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about doing a perfect loop. And what I have here is I have some menu music that I wrote for a video game, which has to loop because some people take longer than others to get through menus. So here it is. And if you'll notice that my loop point really is at measure 22. And I have this reverb tail at the end. And basically what I want to do with that, I want to extend my timeline to measure 23, so I'm getting that reverb tail in there. And I'm going to bounce, so Command B. I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it. I want it waves. This is 16-bit file, and we talked about interleaved files. There it is last night. I don't want any dithering, and I want to make sure that you select Add to Project. So I've already done this. So now, if I go up to my browser, there it is, and I did change the name to say menu music loop.wave. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and drag it into my project. So there it is. I'm going to mute this one, close this out. So now you can see I've got that reverb tail, and what I want to do with that reverb tail is I want to actually snip it off. So what I'm going to do is take my timeline. Boom. And we had talked about our lovely toolbar. So there it is. I click on it, and now I'm going to say, I'll move this over to here. I'm going to display split by playhead because it's going from measure 22 to 23. So boom, I've split it. Now what I'm going to do with this reverb tail is I'm going to actually move it down. Maybe I'm not going to move it down. I'll create another. Used to doing this in Digital Performer, same concept. So let's create a similar track. Now I should be able to move this. No, I don't want to move the whole thing down, just this. There it is. And I'm going to place that at the beginning of the measure. So now I actually have the reverb tail at the beginning of the measure and my loop point here. So when I play this back, and you might want to just label this, up to you, reverb tail, doesn't matter. So now I'm going to create a loop, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to measure 22 now, where my loop point starts. It doesn't look like I looped it right where I should have. Let's redo that. Okay, so I just redid this. Do I have my snap-on? Yes, I do. That's weird. That didn't work. As I struggle through this. So there's my loop point at measure 22. Actually, let's split by locator. That'll be easier. There we go. I'm going to create another track under this. Similar track. Drag my loop. There. Drag my loop. Is today nothing working? Yeah, that looks a little better. So maybe do split by locator, not split by playhead. Like I said, I do this in Digital Performer, not so much in Logic, but same concepts. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cycle mode here, drag it to measure 22, and I'm going to bounce again. And this time I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add it to the project, and I'm going to change the name to Music Loop Game, just so I know what it is. Now I've bounced and I've got that reverb tail in there along with that. Then I go to my media, and here's how you can tell if it loops. So here's my Music Loop Game. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to mute that. Now the way to check these loops, so once it's in here, I'm going to actually click on this, hold down my Option key, and I'm going to drag and make a copy of it. So now I've put them back to back, and now if I take you should hear a seamless loop. And look at that, a seamless loop. So there is no pause, there's no click. The reverb tail has done its job. Listen to it again. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a seamless, lovely loop. So that is how you create seamless loops. And always check them by bumping them back to back. If you use the cycle mode to repeat, you won't. It's sometimes it'll give you the impression that it's working and it's not. So you just drag it back to back. So now I know that this music game loop works. So hopefully that helped you. And you can do that with anything. Get those reverb tails in there.